So it's not at all uncommon for me to walk into a classroom on the first day of the semester and see a student or two get up and leave. Why? Well, they weren't expecting a white guy to be at the front of the room. So I've started by beginning most classes by saying, I want you to know that I know I'm white. It's an important thing in an era of people like Rachel Dolezal, who thought that she could get away with pretending to be black when in fact she was white. I've taught at UM almost 12 years now, and during that time, I've discovered that I am able to work with students across racial lines, recognizing that there's an inherent tension with me as a white guy teaching this class. And they'll always be there, it should be there, but it's a tension that we can explore. And one of the things I can do as a white guy is to be able to explain and the importance of African American history for all of us, regardless of our racial identity. Just a little bit about my background. Before I came back to be a professor, I worked for 15 years co-leading a nonprofit organization then known as Damascus Road, now known as Roots of Justice, with an African American woman, my colleague Regina Shan Stoltzfus. During that time, we worked across the country with colleges, universities, helping them to dismantle racism. And at the end of that time, I realized that the thing I really enjoyed was working with students in university settings. So went back to grad school, went on the job market, and when the opportunity arose for me to take this position as the Director of African American Studies and a history professor at the University of Montana, I went and spoke to my colleagues of color, particularly my African American friends, and said, would it have any integrity for me to be in this position as a white guy? They said, well, we know you, we trust you, there'll always be some awkwardness to it, but we think it could be appropriate in that setting. So I took the job, haven't looked back, love to teach what I teach. I'm passionate about African American history, and I'm delighted to be able to work with you in this setting on this online format. Yeah, look forward to working with you. If you ever have any questions about my racial identity, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always glad to talk about it. Thanks a lot.